Fellas, this is the one identity shift that you need to adapt right now to destroy your anxiety forever. I call this the commander's framework, the commander's state of mind, the chief of operations state of mind. You need to adapt this identity shift right now. It does not matter where you're at in your life. You could be at ground zero. You could be shifting careers, starting at ground zero. You could be midway through your career, somewhere in the middle. You could even be higher up. You need to change your identity and truly internalize what I'm about to tell you. I'm somebody who used to struggle with severe anxiety. I would have to leave school because my anxiety would start to creep up and I did not know how to handle this. I would have to leave parties, social events, because I did not know how to handle my anxiety. And I started to realize something. Started to realize that even your managers, even your supervisors, even the school teachers, even everybody around you that is in charge, they all feel anxiety. They all feel pressure. And you have to realize that when they feel pressure, when they feel anxiety, when they feel like they need to meet a quota or a deadline and they push that onto you, you do not need to accept that for yourself. Especially if you're at a place where you are not the top dog, if you're not at the top position. Those people get paid more to feel that stress, to feel that anxiety. That is not for you to feel. All you have to do is your job, and whatever extra that you do is because you want to do it. That is it. You actually own the framework of being in charge. Even if you're not in charge, you actually own this. And you guys will start to realize that a lot of your anxiety and the social pressures that you feel at your job from family members, from friends, will start to alleviate, and you will not give a fuck because you understand that these people, they all operate from a place of fear. They're all anxious and they're all trying to meet deadlines and quotas, and they are pushing that onto you. But just because somebody is in charge of you at a certain job, an entity, does not mean that they're going to be in charge of you forever. And that's why I say, if you guys are at a place right now where you are not in charge, but you want to be in charge, you want to be a leader, you want to be a commander, you need to adapt this mindset right now. Because eventually, these same people will be at the same place in their life. And you will be at a completely different trajectory, completely different place in your life. Whether you change companies, whether you start your own business, it doesn't even matter. You will be at a different place because you have adopted this mindset. I see this every job I've worked at, and I see this everywhere I go in terms of relationships. That people that always overextend, do what is not asked of them all of the time, and they continuously operate from a place of fear, from a place of scarcity. They always get taken advantage of. This always happens, and you do not need to be one of these people. So I'm going to keep this short. This was the identity shift that I made that alleviated my anxiety, destroyed my anxiety, because I understand that I am in charge. Even at the worst time in my life, I have the tools, I have the resources. If I do not have the tools or the resources, I have the ability to go get those tools, those resources to get to where I need to be. This is what a commander does, the chief of operations, a leader. They always find solutions to whatever they're dealing with. This is John Who the Only. I'm sending blessings always. Peace.